Welcome to episode 2 of The World is Beeped. It's a continuation from episode 1, and in this we find out which New Zealand town buys the most sex toys. We also talk about the Oasis feud, angry vacuum cleaners, and the Irish Viagra Fumes. Enjoy.
This is our podcast jingle. Doesn't it make you tingle? Make you feel warm inside before we release the title. Crazy stories from around the globe that we'll condense for your earlobe. Put that tide into an aqueduct, 'cause you're listening to The World is
While on BBC's The One Show, Noel Gallagher did a Q&A and they encouraged the viewers to send in questions. What question did he get? A, Bono asking, why are you wearing sunglasses indoors? That's my thing.
Yeah,
B,
okay.
Damon Albarn asking, why are you okay with making money from sampling a song from Pedo Gardy Glitter?
Okay.
And C, Liam Gallagher asking, why are you a massive cunt? A, B or C, question number.
And now, all good. Now, this could actually be any of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
This could be any of them. I feel as though... Now, I feel like everybody knows that Liam Gallagher and Noel Gallagher have always had
Yeah.
feuds and whatnot going on.
Yeah. But what about Bono?
Well, Bono is a knob.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine... I don't know. I mean, I don't know much about Bono.
He
just
doesn't
have a
pay
feeling-
taxes, or he's a tax dodger. And
He's a twat.
and he does have the word knob in the name Bono. So that's quite...
Does he?
N-O-B, if you just
Oh,
rearrange.
yeah, if you rearrange it, yeah. What's Bono's surname?
Paul Hewson.
Oh, is that his real name?
Yeah.
Paul Houston.
So Bono, the name, this is quite arrogant. The Bono, I think he gave him the name Bono. So there was a shop in Dublin called Bonovox, which is Latin for great voice. And I think he gave him the name Great Voice. Isn't that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
That's
my
so
name is Bono
cringe, isn't
because
it?
I have a great voice.
Yeah. Sorry, they call me Bono. What came first, me or Bonovox?
Yeah, I was there before. I was
Yeah.
there before Latin was created. Bono. Well, he does wear sunglasses indoors, but
Which I think is real cunty anyway. I don't care.
well, he's got mad eyes.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's got some sort of eye.
Gabrielle eyes.
Yeah, he's got some. Yeah, not like a dead eye or
Is
whatever.
that what she's got? I didn't know that. That's
No, she's got a lazy eye. But
Oh,
she
okay.
back in the day she was embarrassed by it, and
No,
she
she
covered
shouldn't
it.
be.
Yeah, she shouldn't be, and nowadays you wouldn't be. But the patch was cool, and she's cool.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it was-
We're
she
not
stood out.
criticising Gabrielle, just
No.
to be clear.
She's got an amazing eye, and Bono. Fuck's sake, I'm so sorry.
No, it's
Bono
all right.
has some sort of. I think he's sore eyes. Like,
He's sore eyes.
yeah.
Okay.
Damon Albarn,
Who is Damon Albarn?
Blur, the lead singer
Oh,
from
right.
Blur.
Okay. I've seen them live.
Have you?
Yeah.
Are they a Blur?
It wasn't actually. It was at Tea in the Park.
Ah, yeah, they.
Scottish Music Festival.
Oh, Tenants. Is that what it is?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
God, I love Tenants.
But they don't do it anymore. But that was a wild time.
Yeah, the old
So
days.
they were headlining. So
I would love to see
Uh,
them live.
so yeah, it was brilliant. I only remember song 2. Can't remember anything else.
The other numbers.
I can't remember any of them.
Woo!
It was just because the whole crowd knew that song.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like, what? It must have been about a couple of 10, 20,000 people
Yeah,
all singing and jumping to it
Oh, that's
together. It
cool.
was fucking awesome.
it's a real quick song as well.
Yeah, it didn't.
Like, probably-
Well, I only have a flash of it in my memory, so I don't remember.
Probably
But,
lasts as long as that couple having sex.
Yes.
2 minutes.
If they'd said, "Gosh, it was louder than Song 2 by Blur," that would have made a lot
makes
more
sense.
sense.
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
it?
makes sense.
Weirdly,
Someone is just showing off about the lawnmower.
I'm gonna
that's all.
guess here. I think it was Liam Gallagher asking why he was such a massive cunt. Although
True.
I do think that they're usually smarter, they're usually wittier
Yeah.
in how they slag each other.
Yeah, true.
But
And do you know the song?
That's my guess.
Do you know the song that they sampled from Gardy Glitter?
No, what song was
So
that?
Gardy Glitter's song was "You Want to Be in My Gang."
Oh, did they
and-
sample it?
Hello.
My gang, my gang,
Oh no,
my gang. Something
yeah,
like
it wasn't that
one.
was. So I'll get it now. So they have a song.
No, you can't play that though, because then you'll have a copyright issue.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Right, so they have. So Gardy Glitter has the song "Hello, Hello, And then Oasis have a similar song.
Hello. No, that's fucking.
No,
that's you. That's
Hello,
fucking.
hello. That's Bono
That's
again.
Bono.
Yeah.
That was you too.
They love saying hello. Do you know what the other thing about Bono in that song? He can't count in Spanish. He goes, 1, 2, 3, 14. So
That's good.
is that like 1, 2, 3, 14? Is that
No, that's.
what's
Wait, is
14?
it? I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. I don't know.
Neither do
You're
I.
asking me, these aren't the questions on the screen.
sorry,
This
man,
doesn't
sorry.
translate all of these things into Spanish.
Hello.
I think it was
hello,
Liam Gallagher saying,
it's
"Why are you a
good
massive
to be
cunt?"
back. It's good to be. That's the song. Anyway, I don't care. You reckon it's Liam
Well,
Gallagher?
now I think it could be B. But do you know what? Both true.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's
all
have a
three are
look.
true.
Boom. We have rock and roll star on the one show, the incredible Noel Gallagher. I got a question for Noel. Reply below, and Liam Gallagher replies on X, formerly known as Twitter. Why are you
a massive cunt?
massive cunt?
He didn't put a question mark at the end.
Well, he's not. You know, maybe it's rhetorical.
That's true.
Why are you a massive cunt?
Why? Yeah, I can't. Yeah. No, that's a good. I like that. And did they do that on the one show?
I don't know. I don't know. There you go.
There it is. There.
Next question.
Beautiful.
Michael Reeves has adapted what household appliance?
Who's Michael Reeves?
Just a randomer, right?
Oh, okay, just some random guy. Oh, okay.
not like Damon Albarn.
Not famous
Albarn, whatever.
magician Michael Reeves.
You know,
or whatever.
Mickey Reeves. A Roomba vacuum cleaner that swears when it bumps into stuff.
Okay, that would be funny.
That's
That's
be
good.
great.
I want that.
B a Henry Hoover that sucks and blows.
Okay, that's quite difficult to make because they come sucking,
Yeah, and
but to make it blow as well.
it's a different motor,
That's
isn't
a
it?
difference. Yeah, I don't know anything about.
I've never
vacuum
used
cleaner technology.
Yeah,
but-
same. I just use a sweeping brush. Or a Dyson vacuum that actually works.
Oh, look at you getting all producty. Let's get critical.
Dyson are shit.
I don't actually know anything about that because I've never had a Dyson.
You talk to Jane. You talk to my lady, and you mention the word Dyson, and you'll watch
She kicks
at
off.
pure anger. So
Wow.
I was doing this. I was asked to help out in some school that teach TV here, right? And they brought me in. They were doing a TV show as a part of an assignment.
Okay.
And I was being interviewed as a comedian by the students, right? And we did this in my college years ago.
cute.
Yeah, it was lovely. This guy goes, "I've seen you loads of times. I'd love you to be part of it." And I said, "Of course I will. Of course I will." And then
For the children.
yeah, it's all for the kids, right? So I went out to the school and they did the makeup and they treat it like a real. There's an audience there, and I sat down and the host said, he goes, "Okay, first of all, I'm gonna have to tell you this," and he told me a offensive Irish joke, and I kicked off. I went, "Hang on, the fuck? What's this? What's going on here?" And he said, "Oh, our producer thought it'd be funny. The teacher, the lecturer, he's from, I don't know where he was from, but and he's like an older fella, and he goes, it'll be funny to get an Irish comedian on and tell an offensive Irish joke, right?"
Well, what do the children learn about that?
They learn racism,
Yeah, but
which
that's
it's
well,
horrible.
I mean, it's unprofessional.
It's
if anything.
unprofessional, yeah. So I said, right, don't fucking say that to me again, and I'll do this, help you out with your course. We'll get this show.
But you and
done.
we're not friends.
Oh, I said to the guy was okay. He was shitting himself on a snap. There was the fella in the professor, the teacher. I was like, we're
finished.
Yeah, you're a dickhead. And then because there was an audience, I played up to the audience, and you pick on the man, the fucker. And anyway, and because it was TV as well, just for me, because of continuity, I kept rearranging stuff on the table just to fuck it up a bit. Just to piss him off.
Just to make it hard for the kids as well,
Yeah.
because they've got to learn.
They got to learn, right? And then that was it. And then I finished up, and I remember leaving, and I was in such a bad mood. And I don't know how, I don't know where I was. It was in the North Shore.
I bet you probably didn't get paid for that. That was
No,
probably
it's
just
in my own
something you did
time.
at
I
your own
drove out
time.
to do it to help the kids. And I went to Noel Leeming, and I thought, you know what?
Just where people go when they're angry.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Noel. Noel Leeming is not like Michael Reeves. Noel Leeming is an actual shop. And I went in and retail therapy, and I bought a Dyson fan thing and a Dyson vacuum cleaner. And they shat themselves as soon as the warranty was up. And the vacuum cleaner Jane hated, and the fan doesn't even work, and it costs like too much money for what I got.
For what
so
it is.
so that's why that's in there. It's
I
more of
love
a
that you're
personal
like,
thing.
That was a long story for this.
Was it not a good story?
No, it was a good story, but I like when you were like, oh, the thing about Dyson's is, so this one time I was helping these kids learn how to produce television programs.
That's how my head works.
And there was racism in it, and it had everything.
Yeah, a beginning,
And
middle,
then you were
and
like,
an end.
and then we bought a Dyson, and it was terrible.
Yeah, ADHD. I just got distracted. But that's it. Yeah, so that's there. That's there.
I buy commercial vacuums now. Like
Yeah.
we had to buy one a few months ago, and I went to Bunnings and bought like a professional cleaners one.
Yeah.
A little one that you
Yeah.
can put in your house, but like a good one.
A good one, yeah. That's
It's
what
worth
we're going to get next.
I'm gonna say here that it's the Roomba vacuum that swears when it bumps into stuff.
Well,
And I hope it's different swears. I hope it does a different one randomly all the time.
let me tell you something. You are in for a surprise.
No. Oh, a video. That's good for the podcast.
You barely notice it after a while, huh? Like, ignore it, kind of like, how a, Roomba cleans your house.
That's funny. Well, it's the thing is, I don't think that it's just swearing. I thought it was going to be like, oh
Oh,
shit.
it broke. Yeah, no, it just kicks.
I thought it was going to be like, oh shit, oh fuck, what's happening? Oh, but instead it's like screaming as though it can feel pain.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I have to tell you something you might think is insane. When my vacuum cleaner bumps into stuff, it sounds like it's in pain.
Question number 7. What famously happened in the Irish village of Ringaskiddy? That's a real name.
Ringaskiddy.
Ringaskiddy.
Love it.
That
I love it.
is very skid marky. It's the
I
name.
love it.
That's a real name.
That's like you're calling somebody up that's just covered in shit. Ringaskiddy.
Ringaskiddy.
That's the name of a business, isn't
That's
it?
Ringaskiddy.
If
Ringaskiddy.
there's not a laundrette called Ringaskiddy,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll ring your skiddies.
Ring us,
Because
but a
ring is like wringing out drying clothes, isn't it? So you ring.
Yes.
And then skiddy is another name for skid marks.
Yes,
And also your skivvies. I don't know. Is there a name?
Skivvies is your pants. I
Pan. So
think.
it's pretty close to that. So a local laundrette has to use the name ring.
ring
your
ring your
skiddies.
skiddies.
Oh, I hope there is.
We ring your skiddy.
If you have messy kitties, we'll ring your skitties.
That's right. If you have messy kitties, we'll ring those skiddies. So drop those filthy pants in today. 69 Main Street, ring a skiddy.
Yeah.
What famously happened in the Irish village of Ringaskiddy that caused the headline, even dogs are walking around with hard-ons.
I think they put a big photo of me up somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah.
The dogs have a...
Everyone's like, fuck, that's sexy.
Look at the dogs with boners. The lipstick out.
No, I just love it. It was so beautiful, so sexy. Even the dogs had hard on.
That's
That's what I'm picturing.
Again, that's up there with louder than a lawnmower. It's a weird sort of...
Christ, she's so beautiful. Even the dog had a hard on.
The weather's so beautiful out there today. Even the dogs have a boner. You know what I mean? That's a lovely car over there. That's so clean. Even the dogs have hard-ons.
That is such a beautiful work of art. Even the dog has a hard on looking at that work of art.
So
Wow,
beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'd be afraid to bring my dog in because there'd be fucking lipstick all over the
Oh, I
gaff.
tell you what.
And they'll be humping it. That's how fucking beautiful this is. Here's your options. A. Fumes from the local Viagra factory waft through the village.
Waft.
Waft
Yeah,
is a
like
beautiful
that,
word. Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
B. The connotations of the name Ringaskiddy have a profound effect on all creatures. Ringaskiddy. It's already in there. Or C, the final option, probably your favourite one, sexy bitches. Right?
Right.
Now,
Okay.
what do you reckon?
Well, there is something, I don't know. Right. Let's go from the bottom up this time.
Okay.
Let's go from sexy bitches first.
Yeah.
So there is something about the name of, and now no offense to anyone who lives in Ringaskiddy.
Or the outer ring of Skiddy.
Or the outer,
the
the outer ring or the surrounding environs. Of
Yeah,
the
or the areola of
whatever
whatever you
wanna
want to call it.
But there's something the phrase, "Oh, the hot girls from Ringaskiddy," just doesn't.
I've never
That's
heard
just
that
not.
phrase.
Well, I've just made it up.
Okay, that's why.
But that's not that. So I'm not. I'm not thinking. Can you imagine? We've got this little town, Ringaskiddy, in Ireland, that just has the most like beautiful nymph like women just sort of wandering around, and you can't go there as a man because you'll be enchanted.
And so enchanted, even your dog will be semi-enchanted.
I'm so enchanted. Even my dog's got a hard on. I don't think it's sexy, bitches.
Okay, we'll rule that out.
I think I'm going to rule that out.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
It's not sexy because you've yeah.
You know,
we'll Google image of
Google image of
skinny ladies.
Yes, local
I'm sure they're.
local women near you in Ringaskiddy.
I'm not googling that. My
And then we've got the connotations of the name Ringaskiddy has a profound effect on all creatures. Now that is true,
yeah.
but if that were what was causing even the dogs to have hard-ons, the moment that flashed up on the screen, we'd both be sitting here hard.
Yeah,
And
true.
I don't know about you, but I'm all
soft.
good.
I am fucking soft. So we're gonna go with A.
I think I'm going to go with A, which also doesn't really make that much sense either.
Well, it will do because it is the local Viagra factory Pfizer in Cork. And
Didn't they make the?
Yeah, that's
Didn't
where they
make
make
the
it.
anti-vax? Not the anti-vax.
Oh, they did.
Didn't they
Yeah,
make a
they made one of
vaccine
the
as well?
vaccines. Yeah, yeah.
Well, do you know, it's a shame they couldn't put the vaccine wafting through the air.
That would have been nice.
That would have been
the
really good.
anti-vaxxers would kick off.
Oh, they would.
Would have some solid
But
boners.
maybe they wouldn't because they'd stop breathing and die. So I shouldn't say that.
No, you can say what you want.
I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, they don't listen to podcasts.
No, that's true.
No one does.
They don't know how.
'Cause you're listening to the world is
A picture of a newborn baby in Vietnam went viral. Why? A. It was grabbing the contraceptive coil that obviously didn't work. B.
I hope that's true.
It was grabbing the condom that obviously didn't
That's more gross.
work. Or C. It was holding the morning after pill that obviously didn't work. Well, laughing. Hey, Pierce.
So the baby came out and was like, "This isn't even my final form."
And then takes it itself.
Oh wow, that would be a power move.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do an easy, quick one here.
Yeah.
So condom that didn't work would mean that the condoms come off
Inside.
inside, and she's never. Do you pulling your hair out?
Yeah, it
Is
was weird.
Stress.
I know, I just had a shower, so I didn't.
Oh, you've not brushed out all your
not brushed it,
cast-offs.
There you go. I don't stick it on the wall. Jane sticks it on the wall.
Does she?
Yeah, you get in, it looks like a American, like a pubic. And anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we've talked about Americans though. And so, if it was the condom, I just can't imagine. Now, I can't imagine if I was a woman, if I had sex with someone and the condom came off inside me.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd forget.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I think
but what if
I
she
think I'd
didn't
get
know?
it out.
Whatever went in and maybe she sneezed, and when she sneezed, it sucked it up. No.
No, but I mean, do you not go after you've had sex? Do you not go right? Let's pop the condom in the bin.
But what if he...
And he
no,
just-
I wasn't there. But what
No.
if he pulls out and he doesn't realise that the condom...
Has slipped off.
Or maybe he did know.
Well, he was obviously very ambitious as well. He's obviously got a condom that was too big for him.
True, yeah.
You know, if that were true.
Or maybe it was the opposite of the last question, and he wasn't excited enough, like the dogs, to fill a condom.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
I don't know. So I reckon the baby was holding the contraceptive coil.
Here you go. Boom. There it is.
That's
Came out holding-
fantastic. What a great picture.
Yeah.
Now that on a roundabout on that baby's 40th birthday. You know what I mean? Happy birthday, Janet. Happy 40th, Janet.
Yeah.
Put that there.
Everything. That
Yeah.
is... Look
that
at
is
hanging
a
off
huge
for dear
fuck
life.
you, isn't it?
Yeah. I was going to be born no matter what.
I think that baby's going to grow up to either rule over us all
Yeah.
or kill us all.
Yeah, that face says it all. Holding the coil. You can't see that in the podcast.
Absolutely brilliant.
But, yeah, that's the answer. Next question. What town in New Zealand has purchased the most sex toys? Now, we've travelled around this amazing country several times, and there's some insane places and there's some normal places. Here's your options here. A, Huntley.
Uh-huh.
B, Whakahoro? Is that how you say it? Or C, Mount Maunganui?
Right. No. I can't remember two of those places, and I don't know if I've ever been to them. But I've been to Mount Maunganui,
Yeah.
and I think it's them.
Mount Maunganui is the type of town that they'd need a lot of sex
Well,
toys.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they need them. I think it's just the insatiable sexual appetite that's kicking about there.
Did you know? I never noticed that.
Did you not notice that?
No, I wasn't looking for it.
Neither was I.
Well-
Practically slapping me in the face.
Just like tits and fannies.
Just tits, fannies, all of it.
There's so much roadworks going on in that whole area.
Well,
that
yes,
maybe they can't get where they're going in a hurry, and they go, "Do you know what? I'll just have a quick fap in the car."
And I think it's like, I tell you what, it's not loud. It might be louder than a lawnmower, but it's not as loud as one of them big pneumatic drills they use
No.
in the roadworks. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have to prime it 3
they're all
times.
sitting with their legs up on the dashboard in the car. Just absolutely just going fucking mental on themselves.
Louder
eh?
than a lawnmower, and even the dogs have boners.
Christ, it's louder than a louder than a I can't say it. Louder than a Mount Maunganui traffic jam out here. Even the dogs have got boners. Fucking hell.
Yeah, do you know what? And it's true. It's Mount
And they've
Maunganui.
programmed the sex toys to scream as well.
Fuck!
There you go. See,
Is this a cunt?
bringing it all together.
Yeah, just wrapping it all up
Yeah.
before we get to the. So this has to be one long podcast now.
Shit.
Next one. Do you know what? I'd listen to it.
I like. Do you know what? Fair play to Mount Maunganui though.
Yeah,
That's good. I think that's a good thing.
yeah. The
You
town
know?
has purchased the most sex. Is it just one sex shop in Mount Maunganui? God, they'd be fucking delighted.
Oh, they'll be busy in there.
Yeah.
That's what Smith and Co. should have done.
They should have sold a couple of
Smith and Co's
dildos.
is closing now.
Yeah,
They should have opened a wee dildo shop
yeah.
in Mount Maunganui.
You didn't see my show.
Sorry.
No, but
We were on at the same
we're on the same
time.
time. We're on the same time. But I tell the story of my mother running Anne summer parties when we were kids, and she used to have the parties in the sitting room, and we couldn't really see what was going on, and we had to peek through the window that was above the door, and
Stand on each other's shoulders just to
yeah, no, we stood in each other's hands and had a peek, and all the women like and just playing stuff,
hitting each other
hitting
with
each
it.
other with fucking double-ended floppies, and rinse the smell of minge off you, and
Jesus Christ. This is
So-
definitely an 18 plus.
oh
podcast,
god,
I think.
yeah, I think so.
Our language has been appalling.
Yeah, but it's also been great. And anyway, so my mother used to run them and sell the stuff, and we found our sex bag when we were kids.
Sex
Yeah, so my brother found it as
like
well.
a go bag.
It's mad. So we both have different journeys with it. We found it. My brother has stories, and I have stories. I remember I went out with a girl when I was 18, and my parents were gone away, and I showed her the sex bag and whatever. And then one day she was upstairs and she called me, and I went, "What?" And she was wearing my mother's lingerie. And I tell you, I fancied her. No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
So that we
What
split
did you
up
do? Did you just tell her get out?
because
then?
that's disgusting.
She was like,
We split up pretty much.
my
And anyway, so there was a lot of stuff that we found, and we found condoms, and we didn't know what they were, so we made slingshots out of them.
at
We,
18, you didn't know what they were.
18. No, this is as a kid.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm all
Sorry,
over
I thought
the
you meant you and your girlfriend
No,
didn't
no,
know
no.
what they were.
What's this?
Wait.
This is a weird swimming cap. It's never going to fit over my head. No, it's kids. We found all the stuff as kids. And when we were kids, and I talked to my mother about this, and she doesn't care. She laughs about it. And she says, it's a good job you were not tall enough to see the chocolate dicks on the top shelf in the fridge, right?
eating
So,
them.
yeah, well, we would have gone to school eating them. But the story is the little dildo bags were the same size as a sandwich. And the logo for Ann Summers is an apple logo with teeth marks, a bite taken out.
Oh.
And my mother used to pack our school lunches in little dildo bags.
Little dildo bag.
Yeah, yeah. And the two girls in the class knew
that's
what it was.
thrifty.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. I have a whole
It's
routine
funny,
about
because
it,
My
but
mum
that's,
used to do parties as well, but they were dried flower parties.
that's not the same.
No,
That's like,
it was. I don't think it was quite as wild. But for some reason, we still weren't allowed in the room. But now that I think about it, I'm like,
could have been marijuana.
where are they dried flower parties? Or
Yeah.
was that what she just told us?
Because my mother wouldn't tell us what it was. And I did a lot of art in school, drew a lot. And I did posters for every event in school. And I was upset that she wouldn't let me draw her posters for her parties.
Summer's party.
Yeah, and I didn't understand what it meant. But obviously, it's just dildos and shit and, lingerie. But yeah,
edible pants and all that.
yeah.
Sort of
Oh,
thing.
can I have some of them?
I don't know. I've never been to one.
I've seen them.
Yeah, I think it's like one of these things where like I hate this tradition. Well, it's not a tradition, but this kind of new acceptance of gay men getting invited to stuff that women go to. My least favourite thing ever as a gay man is a hen do. It's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
It's
Noisy. Louder than a
and then
lawnmower.
it's not. It's just something about it where you're like, I just don't know. I don't know. And there's this expectation of your behaviour
Yeah.
as the as the bitchy gay.
Yeah.
But then this isn't good to put on a podcast, but I'll just tell you anyway. I saw this bit, I'm sure it was Tom Allen did this bit on being the gay at a hen do.
Yeah.
And he's like, the one thing that's worse than being the gay on a hen do is when you're the gay on the hen do and another gay appears on the hen do.
It's competition.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's never happened to me.
I've seen it.
Because I don't go. I say I'm going to go and I just don't appear.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Fuck you, phone.
Just throw your phone on the
Just
floor.
threw it on the floor for no reason.
We did a gig. Do you ever do the gig in Littleton?
Maybe. I don't know.
So it's in Littleton and Christchurch, and I think it was, I forget who. I think Dan ran the gig, and the show was too long, really long, and I was hosting, and it just went on, and then at the end of it, the promoter let a hen do in, right, and I was snapping already. I was ready to go, and like that, it was the girls and it was the two gay fellas. And they were shouting at the last act, going, when is it my turn? I'm coming on next. And there was the two
Put
of them.
Margaret on, she's hilarious.
John is fucking amazing. Yeah, man, he's funnier than all of this, right?
Yeah.
Probably was. And anyway,
Probably.
so I'm ready to wrap up the show. And anyway, and so he finishes and I jump up on stage. Now, it's the end of the show. And they were shouting at me going, when is it our turn? When is it our turn? I said, it's never going to be your turn. And your marriage isn't going to last.
Yes.
You're not even going to make it a year. Something like
Yes.
that. I don't know what I said. I said something to Porter.
It's
to stop
obvious.
her.
You can tell.
I said, it's never going to last. And that was it. And then I finished and I was starving. And they had the nachos waiting for me. I ordered 3 hours ago. And I went out to the kind of smoking area and I was eating, talking to them. And then I didn't see them. They were still in there. The hen do were still in there. And she was crying. And then they see me sitting outside eating my nachos. And they're like, there he is. Do you ever see that meme with the woman shouting at a cat?
Yes.
That's what it was. There was a hen, there was a bride-to-be, the other lady, whatever they're called, best
Maid of
woman,
honour.
maid of honor. And then the two gay lads just go, yeah, fuck yeah. I was like, it's never going to last.
Well, the thing is as well, I mean, you kind of just know because if someone's getting married and they've got so much immaturity,
Yeah.
you just sort of, like, there's no way the marriage is going to
Yeah.
be, like, mature. You know what I mean?
He'd have to be a different level of a dickhead to be able to cope
He'd have to be
with
just
that.
on an iron lung.
Yeah.
Just, like, not speaking or
Yeah.
breathing or looking at anything.
Couldn't be around it. And anyway, that was what was that? Littleton.
Oh, yeah.
Sex toys. Jesus. How did we
Mount
get there?
Maunganui, I don't know.
Hen party.
I was going to tell you, I had my show during the festival. I had what I thought was a hen party in the audience, and I says to the venue on the way in, I was like, make sure to seat those hens
Yeah.
at the very back because I
Yeah.
just didn't want them at the front because they think it was all about them.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
like you described, hen parties are like that at
Yeah.
a comedy gig. But during the gig, I learned they were a just divorced party,
Wow.
which actually is perfect.
I like that.
I love it. I was like, this is, and did I tell you as well? Speaking of sex toys,
Yeah, that's what I
can't
thought
believe
you were
I
gonna
didn't
tell
bring
me.
this up.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. So, as well as the just divorced party, same night,
Same night.
I learned this later on that there was a woman in my audience sitting there with a sex toy inside her that her boyfriend
Yeah.
was controlling remotely from home.
And
And I said, I thought the audience was lively that night, you know. But it turns out she was just sitting there coming, you know, the whole time.
so could you hear it?
I couldn't hear it.
Because it's inside.
I didn't know until later when audience members that were there messaged me on social media to tell me.
Oh,
because
wow.
she was being totally open about it with everyone, which I actually love.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that means I've got the right people in, you know, where
Yeah.
she feels so comfortable to tell everyone around her that this
That
is what
I'm
she's doing.
jizzing
I'm
right now.
literally sitting here soaking through this chair.
Splashing.
I love that.
'Cause you're listening to the world is
And we did a first table last night. We have to do first tables because my lovely mother said wanted to give us a restaurant voucher, and she looked up first table and she gave us a $200 voucher for first table.
pretty good.
But you can only use it in $10 segments. So it's going to cost us more money because you can't pay for your food. You can
You
only
can't
use
just
it.
go in and say, I've got a $200 voucher.
No, you only
Let's
it's for
eat
first
$200
table.
worth
It's
of
not
food.
for the bar or restaurant. So every time, so we've used $100 so far, right?
Right.
And that's it. Then
I
So
find that really confusing.
yeah, because you're booking through first table, and it's $10 to book through them.
Right.
So she has given us we have to
She's
go
let
to
you
restaurants
book
20 times.
restaurants for free.
Yeah.
Is the
So
Does she know that you can just book restaurants
yeah,
for free?
because
anyway?
you get a half price meal or whatever. And anyway, I don't know why I'm telling that story. Oh, because Jane loves walking. We looked up this place, and we looked up this place, and it was in Mount Eden. I said, we've never been there before. We'll go to this restaurant, and we booked it, and we ordered the Uber, and got in, and the restaurant's just around the corner. So they didn't even say they had
corner from
Mount
the
Eden
house.
to try and seem fancy, but we waited longer for the Uber than it would have taken than it took to drive there. It was around.
Tip the Uber driver.
Yeah, we goes, this is it. He goes, yeah, that's the whatever bouquet bistro,
That's
whatever.
funny.
I was like, Jesus, and she loves walking. I was like, you could have walked.
Yeah.
We walked back.
Lazy bastard.
Lazy bastards. She climbed up half of Everest. She wouldn't even walk around the corner to this. But yeah, what was I talking? Oh yeah, so my mate years ago bought the fleshlight. You know, the fake fanny.
Yes.
And
I've got a story about flesh.
oh God, we've too many stories.
I know.
All right, I'll tell you this. And he broke it. And we went to the pub that night, and I go, "How did you get on?" He goes, "I broke it. Didn't even last. Just absolutely smashed it."
In
Right?
hell.
Yeah, right. He was trying to- but it came. I didn't say. It arrived with a small vibrator, right? And
What you could put in it.
I don't know. I
Just
don't know
for
what.
an added
I
sensation.
maybe shove it up your arse while you're using it.
Maybe.
But so we were in the pub, and my mate Darren, his nickname was Fish Finger, and
I
and
won't ask. I don't think I need to.
and, and he drank he drank Guinness. So when he wasn't watching, my other mate dropped the dildo, the vibrator, into his Guinness. He didn't even notice it was shaking. And he was drinking it, talking, we're all talking, drinking it, until he got down where you could see the tip of the vibrator. He was fuming. Oh, stop. Yeah.
Nobody had put it in it. Well, a couple of my friends, when I was moving here, actually, they got me a bunch of leaving presents, and one of the things they got me as a joke was a fleshlight. I know, it was funny to open at the time, but then later on, I was living with my mum before, so I was like, well, what the fuck do I do with this? Because I'm not putting it in my suitcase, you know, I'm getting picked up in Qatar and stoned to death, you know, I'm not taking it with me.
Yeah.
I can't just leave it in my mum's house. So I had to just put it in the wheelie bin.
Really?
What else was I supposed to do?
Give it
with
to someone.
What do you mean?
Anyone who likes vaginas.
Just walk around. No, but the thing about this one was...
Is it a bum one?
Well, no. It was both. Because it had
Front and
two.
back?
It had a front and back. So if you were
you
thinking...
and your friends?
One of the... If you were like, oh, vagina, I'm not really into that, but there's a little bam on the other side. Just
Well, you can go in the
you
vagina.
can go-
Looking at it. How's it going? It's good, yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, because that reminds me. Sorry, we're all over the place, but that
No.
reminds me of we went to New
Should have
York.
brought it to Mount Maunganui. One of them would have taken it.
Oh, fucking right you would. We went to New York years ago, me and my mates, 3 lads, 3 girls. Carnage, absolute fucking carnage.
Yeah.
Went there. It was just post 9/11, so security was heightened,
And it was cheap.
And it was cheap. And we went to New York, spent a few days there, and then we flew to Las Vegas for a few days.
Oh yeah,
there,
yeah.
right?
Been to Vegas.
Yeah. So we went mental in New York, and we ran around, and we went into a sex shop, and we were acting the bollocks, like we were shit faced.
How old were you?
Oh, early 20s.
Yeah. Little cans.
Yeah, little cunts. And we were messing. So what we were doing, this is digital camera era, right? So we were hanging outside the wank booths, and whenever.
What? Sorry. Sorry, hang on a minute. So this wasn't just a regular little sex shop. This
it was
had
just
like a little
little
wank-
rooms where people watch porn and knocked one out. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So we were waiting
God.
outside, and when they finished, we were like, "Yay!"
Jesus.
Taking photographs and stuff.
Oh,
right?
that's bad.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And
But
did they not ask you to leave?
they were embarrassed and they were afraid. The staff were afraid, and we were going around because we didn't think we were doing anything wrong. We were just kids
Let
messing.
them wank in peace,
Yeah,
for
that's
God's sake.
You know, coming out. Oh, did you
Some
come?
of them are still haunted by that event. I still think back to it. Those Irish kids with those photos of me coming out, wiping my hand on the side of my coat.
So what they had as well in the shop, they had fleshlights, fake vaginas. Mm-hmm. But they had the vaginas of famous people,
Really?
porn stars. Yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant like
what? Sandra Bullock,
Judge
Judge
Judy,
Judy.
Dolly Parton.
You couldn't have a Judge Judy one. You'd feel
No,
like she's judging you.
Well,
when you're
maybe
doing-
that's what you're into.
Oh yeah, true. Some people.
I mean, I love Judge Judy. I wouldn't have her disrespected in that way, but I said it.
I wouldn't like. And what they had on the fake fannies was in the box.
Hair.
They had a little
wig.
tester.
Oh, you can put your finger in it.
Yeah, see, that's what you want. So they had a smaller version of the like Jenna Jameson's fanny,
Right.
and you put your finger in and you go, yeah, that's not quite
Feels
right
like
for me.
me.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's quite cold.
Yeah, that's a weird left turn I wasn't expecting. Right, so whatever. So,
God.
we-
how many people have put their fingers in
I
it?
know,
Oh,
look, I
Raph.
know. So, especially like post COVID as well.
Oh,
Thinking about, I wouldn't do it now. I did it post 9/11,
I
but
bet
post
people have put their tongues in it and everything.
and our tiny little willies. And so we did that, and then we got a guilty conscience, and we said, you know what, we should buy something from here because we feel
To show respect.
to show respect to all the people that we made fun of, and we fingered every fake
Fingered every
fanny in the room. So we bought a 18-inch double-ended dong, right? And and we ran around New York pretending it was a willy, and we got photographs. I found the photographs recently. I will not share them. And we were running around messing everywhere, right? And
this was just after 9/11. The city is in literal mourning.
it wasn't just after; it was after. So the
okay.
morning, it was
so
back
we're not
to normal.
talking like
I'm-
the October.
Do you only
you guys descend into the city
like
while
September
the dust's
September
still
the
clearing,
12th? Yeah,
running about
Yeah.
waving
Woo!
this.
No, it wasn't. It was a few. It was a few
Double-ended
years
dildo.
after.
Oh,
and the
okay.
only reason I say
Fair
that
enough.
is because of the airport situation. That's the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So I'll get to that. And then we went back to the hotel, and I don't know why, but one of the girls took a bite out of it. Right, so there was
Well, actually, just bit through it.
bit through it. Right,
Jesus
some fucking gob on her. Right,
Fair.
I think that's her name.
What does she do now?
I think she's like a proper job. I'm not
yeah.
going to say her name. But yeah, a proper like adult. She's an adult. Kids were wild. And anyway, so she bit a lump out of it, and that was it. It was funny, ha ha ha. And then one of the lads on the trip, his name was Kieran. He was the most ginger kid I've ever met in my life. But he was like muscly because he climbed up and down rigs. He set up events and
Right.
stuff like that. So he was very confident for
a
what he
ginger kid.
was.
For what he was. You're like, he had a confidence he didn't quite deserve, is what you're saying. But there you go. Like, he had good arms and shoulders.
He's good
on
arms
him,
and shoulders.
so
He always
a strapping lad.
strapping lad. He's like, yeah, I'm going to wear a suit. Like he called himself. I don't care if I say this. He called himself Quiche as a nickname. He gave himself a nickname like Bono.
Like Quiche Lorraine.
Yeah, but spelled with a K. And the reason he gave him the nickname was because he tastes so good.
And he gave himself that nickname.
He gave himself that nickname and that
When he
reasoning.
did this?
This is early 20s, right?
That's a sin.
That's ridiculous. So you have to understand where I'm coming from
I
now.
get the type
Right.
of person we're
Right.
dealing with.
And he was lovely, but there was that you're not allowed to be too confident in
No.
Ireland. And but because he was so ginger, this happened. So we're going through the airport, and when he didn't know, we put the double-ended dildo in his suitcase, and
Of course.
and didn't tell him.
Yeah, of course not.
So we're standing in line to go through security, which is heightened because of the attacks, and the bags are going through a scanner. And only when he was pretty close, we said, "Oh, by the way, Kieran, that dildo's in your bag." And I've never seen, when someone goes red, he went purple.
Oh my God.
He went purple.
Did he die?
I think he wanted it, and he tried to walk away. And I said, if you walk away, they're going to think there's something going on.
Yeah.
So you have to go through with it. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a dildo in your bag.
No, of course not.
But
You're allowed
he-
to have a
he-
dildo in your bag.
He was embarrassed, and I went through, and they all started laughing at him, and
Oh,
that was it. And done because
well, that's a bit unprofessional.
yeah, I know, but fuck it.
Leave him alone.
But you're looking at an 18-inch dildo
With a
dong
bite.
with a bite mark taken out of it. It's just two knob ends. You have to understand. It's the double-ended dildo,
Oh, I understand completely.
and there's a bite mark taken out, right? So, so that was it, and he was embarrassed. But then he owned it in the end. So what he did was he put it on a wooden plaque. And hung it up in his house like a fish.
Oh, I
and
love
I thought that's a
that.
lovely finish to.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
that's
good.
cool.
Yeah. Lovely fella. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Will we do one more?
Well, I think we'll have to.
Yeah, it's the 10. Right, we'll stop at 10. Here we go.
How many did you write?
20.
Fucking
I've
hell.
years of this.
Jeez.
I've got loads. Like we
Okay.
can we'll
We
do
could
this.
go for weeks.
Yeah, we'll do
Hope
the
you
real
packed a
rattle off.
sandwich.
We're not even talking about half this shit. We're just
Nah.
talking about dildos.
You could just chuck the whole thing up long form on YouTube.
That's what I'm going to do. What happened at a chocolate factory in Pennsylvania recently?
Right.
A man was caught pooing in the chocolate.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
That seems. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? Some chocolate tastes like shit. So, B, people fell into the chocolate tank.
Willy Wonka style.
Yeah. Or C, orange midgets terrorize visitors with weird songs.
Willy Wonka style.
Willy Wonka style.
Oh God. Oh God. By the way, what a horrible concept for a film, eh?
Willy
I mean, a
Wonka.
book. I know it's a
Oh,
book, but
that's like little
rolled
like
out.
racist stuff as well. Isn't
I know it's. But the thing is, I used ChatGPT the other day. Me and Tim were sitting. We were hungover, and I was like, "Let's make film treatments on ChatGPT."
Oh yeah.
So we said to ChatGPT, "Do us a film treatment of Willy Wonka, but instead of a chocolate factory, it's a slaughterhouse." And it wrote this film for us, which
Yeah.
was like Charlie and the Savoury Slaughterhouse. And instead of having Oompa Loompas, because then you can ask it more questions.
Yeah.
You know, like describe the Oompa Loompas in this. You know, what are the Oompa Loompas in this film? And it's like instead of Oompa Loompas, the slaughterhouse is managed by the sentient meat minions, called them. And I was like, describe the sentient meat minions. And it's like they've got sausages for arms and fucking hideous.
Wow.
Great stuff,
Yeah.
ChatGPT, by the way. But it makes you look at that film differently. It's a
Wow.
disturbing film.
I think I asked it before when Prince Charles had the sausage fingers. I'm pretty sure I asked Chat GDP to help me have a story about the prince with his sausage fingers.
Yeah, why does he have sausage fingers? And it probably showed you some children's story about.
No, it gave me this idea that the power. I'm gonna find it somewhere. The power was in the sausages, and people eat the sausages, and then he loses
And then
his power. He's not a king anymore.
Oh God!
It's a mad
Can you
one.
imagine that was true if we ate him. Like
I
the
wouldn't. He'd be horrible.
Oh, I
tasting.
bet it'd be. Oh,
His miss
that-
is even worse. She tastes like an
Oh.
ashtray.
Right. I bet she would. But you know, of all of them, she's the one I'd have a drink with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you not think Camilla, away from all of it, you know what I mean? When you could be like, what really happened?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I bet she'd tell you over a couple of gins.
Yeah.
She'd be like, well, you know, Diana was this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I bet there's a lot of bitterness there.
Yeah.
I'd love to get to the heart of Camilla's bitterness. That's what I'd love. That's my...
Can we contact her? Get her on the
That's
podcast.
Well, listen, maybe if we get the funding
Yeah.
from, iHeartRadio or Rova or wherever you get your podcasts,
Wherever you get them.
maybe then we can get Camilla.
I'll show you the answer first, and we'll wrap this one up, and then I'll have something
I'm going to
hilarious.
guess it's pooing. Unfortunately, that's my guess.
It isn't. It's two people trapped in
good.
chocolate after
Phew.
falling inside a tank at the M&M factory. M&M.
Did they drown?
No, they were waist high. Look, they were not look.
Well, what are they doing in it? Why are they trapped? Just get out.
Yeah, true.
I'm not talking about a bottomless river of chocolate
Yeah,
like
it's not
that
like
fat
they have-
boy drowned in.
Yeah, like cement on their feet.
No, they're just
climb
they're
out, you
just-
lazy
just climb
fucks.
out. For God's sake.
Yeah, do you float in chocolate? I wonder.
I never have.
Yeah, same.
Sink
Just
right
arrived
to
on the
bottom
scene.
like a stone.
That's it. Right. So, we'll wrap her up. But I just want to show, because we mentioned AI, this was in the quiz also, and this is mental. Someone asked AI to create a picture of Mother Teresa fighting poverty.
Oh, I'm looking forward to those.
I can describe it. It's an AI picture of Mother Teresa fighting
But it's also
kids that are hungry.
potentially a photograph that was taken of her at one
It could have been because
stage,
she
was a nasty
renowned,
bastard, wasn't
yeah,
she?
for being an absolute arsehole.
I can't remember why or how, but I'm sure she's one of the people that's actually an arsehole in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, she's dead now, obviously, but
Is she?
yeah, she's dead.
I know she's dead. And good riddance.
If you fuck.
We could go for ages.
I know.
Thanks for listening and watching.
Yeah, and if you want to listen again,
Yeah.
listen on, we hope. I don't know. Does this mean that it'll be on these places?
I'm going to have to try and get it on now.
Well, now you'll have
Yeah,
to.
I have
We've
to.
fucking spent this whole time promoting them to our audience of millions of people. that are
Millions.
gonna listen.
So many.
iHeartRadio, Rova, or just wherever you get your podcast, for God's sake. Don't
wherever you
think too
get
much
them.
about it.
Yeah.
Don't think too hard.
Don't think at all.
No.
Don't think as hard as the dogs and ring a skiddy.
And just, no, please. Please don't. And just pop this on, and while it's on, you can do the vacuuming.
Yeah.
Or you can, fuck your wife 30 times.
Yeah. Yeah. 30 times and have that many noodles. I hope you learned something. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Bye. Oh, yeah, there's
Bye.
a camera.
Yeah, there's a camera.
'Cause you're listening to the world.